Percentage yield. Yield means product. So in percentage yield, we only focus on the product. Percentage yield equal to actual yield over theoretical yield times 100. The yield can be in gram or mole. Percentage yield always less than 100% is the amount of product predicted by the balance equation when all the limiting reactant has reacted. So we get this theoretical yield from the equation, the actual yield from the actual experiment. Usually actual yield will be given in the question. For example, we have 3 mole of hydrogen plus 2 mole of fluorine produce 4 mole of hydrogen fluoride. 4 mole of hydrogen fluoride is theoretical yield. Actual yield, the amount of product actually obtained from a reaction. So, usually actual yield is less than theoretical yield. To calculate the percentage yield, the actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100. For example, you have 3.7 gram sodium metal and 4.3 gram of chlorine gas react to form sodium chloride. What is the theoretical yield? If 5.5 gram of sodium chloride was formed, what is the percentage yield? So you have the mass of two reactants. So you can find the number of mole of sodium metal and chlorine gas because you have the mass. So first, the number of mole of sodium is mass of sodium divided by molar mass. And you get 0.1609 mole of sodium. And the number of mole of chlorine is mass of chlorine divided by molar mass of chlorine, 0.06056 mole. So, to get the theoretical yield of sodium chloride, you have to find the number of mole of sodium chloride first from the limiting reactant. So to determine the limiting reactant is the reactant which produces the smaller number of mole of product or the lower number of mole of product. If you compare with the equation, you have 2 mole of sodium produces 2 mole of sodium chloride. And then the actual number of mole of sodium, 0.1609 mole of sodium produces 0.1609 mole of sodium chloride. Compare with this reactant, 1 mole of chlorine produces 2 mole of sodium chloride. So when you have the actual number of mole of chlorine, 0.06056 mole, produces 0.1211 mole of sodium chloride. So you have to compare the number of mole of the product. These two number of mole of the product, which one has the lower number of mole? This has the lower number of mole, so the limiting reactant is chlorine. So by using chlorine as the limiting reactant, 0.06059 mole of chlorine produces 0.1211 mole of sodium chloride. You use this number of mole, the number of mole that you compare with the chlorine, not with the sodium, the one with lower number of mole. So take this number of mole, find the mass of sodium chloride from the number of mole by multiplying it with the molar mass. The mass that you get here is the theoretical yield. Yield theory that you get from the equation. The actual yield from the question or from the actual experiment. So the question gives you the actual yield 5.5 gram over theoretical yield 7.08 gram times 100, and you'll get 78%.